And then what this is right here is this is the description that's in the meta tags, not from it. And then the actual meta tags, which don't show up here, are in there. But what's kind of interesting here when you're looking at all these others, and that's one of our videos right there, is that you'll notice one thing that's kind of interesting. Notice how we have these things down below here. No one else has those. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Service area, contact us, testimonials. Why is that? That's because of the on-page silo structure. And I've mentioned this before, although not recently, but probably one of the most important things, in my opinion, and from my experience, and this is a live experience right here, is that this is just another example of, and I guarantee you, if you take an expensive tool and you analyze all the backlinks of all these sites on page one, which one has the least amount of backlinks? Mine does, okay, because it doesn't have to do so much with backlinks. It's more to do with on-page SEO, and that's why we have these in here on that end of it. And that's really a sign. Testimonial disclosures, how to choose the right tire. That's from one of our posts that I show you how to post, and then it's the original post, and then you're going to backlink to your home page. Just got a quick drink of water, and so that's what it is. And if you were to actually look at the page, open it up, and if we were to look at the back end of it, which I'm not going to do right now, but the page there, we would see for that particular page, I would have that title, that description there. Alrighty, where are we now? Lost my place. Here we go. Okay. I have picked companies to forward calls to by going through HomeAdvisor. Okay, fantastic. Great job. I'm forwarding to the numbers in the HomeAdvisor listing. I think that's a great idea. And I'm wondering, in the HomeAdvisor, which in the course, I call it by its old name, which is ServiceMagic, so there's no confusion there. I'm wondering, how does HomeAdvisor track calls? They don't. When I send a call to this number, is it being tracked as a HomeAdvisor call? Is the company getting charged by HomeAdvisor for my forwarded calls? No, they're not. That's a good question, and it really brings the point that what was HomeAdvisor, now formerly ServiceMagic, which last year they did $205 million. They're a $1 billion company in net worth, and they're strictly selling opt-in leads. They're not selling live phone calls. Okay, so they're not going to be charged for any of that kind of stuff. And I think it's a great idea as you're, if you decide to go after some of the niches that HomeAdvisor or ServiceMagic, the same one and the same, some of the niches that they've broken down to, and it follows, it's got a good amount of searches, it's got a decent pay per click. Ideally, the customer value to your potential customer is high. Like a painter, an interior painter. I would admit, I'm not in this niche, I'm just guessing here, but I would guess that an interior painter, probably the average low per job is at least $500, if not more, quite a bit more, versus like a hairdresser that might be $25 or $45 or $60 a perm or whatever it goes for. And so you're taking a look at these kind of indicators on your niche. Is there a decent amount of search volume, or does it, are there, or even if there's low search volume, are there paid advertisers there? How much is Google charging for a click? Which is just one indicator, it's not the indicator. How much does your niche get per customer? Is it $25 per customer, or is it $500? These kind of factors weigh into whether you want to kind of go after a niche or not. And the ServiceMagic pricing list is a great way to look at, and the scraping tool is a great way to just find and discover other niches out there that are, and clients within niches that are currently paying for these types of services. But that doesn't mean that, if you found, interior painter on ServiceMagic in Houston, Texas, for example, and you found 5 or 10 through using the scraping tool, that doesn't mean that there's not another 10 or 20 out there in the interior painters that wouldn't compete for those leads, those live and those opt-in leads that you're bringing in. So don't always just stay within the ServiceMagic Home Advisor arena. Remember that there are other niches that don't pay for leads by Home Advisor, but would gladly pay for leads from you. So just make sure that you're expanding outside of that. Don't just stay inside of that box. I just got on board a little while earlier today. Okay, good. So I hope I'm not asking something that's already been answered somewhere in the members area. No worries. Anyways, I was wondering what others' experience is with sending emails to prospect clients using Craigslist email system. I've heard that if you send too many emails using Craigslist system as opposed to using a prospect's own email, that Craigslist will block or ban you from sending emails through their system. Can anyone enlighten me on this? That's just one tool. I built my business, my core business of hundreds and hundreds of sites. We're up to thousands now, but hundreds of sites. I built just the old-fashioned way, and I would encourage you just to kind of stick to the basics. It's served me very, very well, and that is just getting basic sites up, getting some traffic to them, getting them on page one, using the call whisper system, and sometimes you'll, maybe around half the time you'll get clients that will respond back and they're like, this sounds great, I'm in. Other times you won't, and just good old-fashioned picking up the darn phone and just calling, although a lot of people don't like to do that. You have such an amazing offer, and you can present it as being risk-free, and there's really no risk to the client. It's just really a win-win, and no one else out there is offering it. However, there are other tools that I provided and have added to my business, which I share with everyone of you on the call. But just keep in mind that it's not the core of the business, and you don't have to have it in order to be, incredibly successful. So that being said, on here with the Craigslist email system, they can know where they can recognize where the emails are coming from, and they can ban it. But that's why we've got multiple accounts and Gmail and other email accounts you can put in there and mail from. And typically we're just mailing once to somebody. We're not emailing over and over again or anything like that. It's either you either get it or you don't. You're either going to open the email or you're not. And so we don't have any issues with those. If something does, all of our Gmail accounts that we've got or the email accounts that we use are disposable. They're nothing that we wouldn't, we're not worried if we lose them or not the next day. But that shouldn't be an issue if you're just scraping and emailing out once. Fully understand where you have advised that we first set up a few sites. Yep, that's exactly what I do. Get some knowledge and experience, and then outsource the work to a VA. So basically, yeah, that's exactly what I recommend. I mean, there are always different roads to Rome, right? But I'm just sharing from my experience, which is a limit or a plus, however you want to look at it. And I'm recommending that you study and you study a few niches, you take a few niches, you break them down, put them on an Excel sheet, write them on a whiteboard, look at a few things in it. Here's the niche, here's how much the niche makes based on your research or phone calls or just searches on Google. Here's their average of what they make per client. Okay, so that's one niche, and then you have a column for how much they make per client. And then you're targeting 2 to maybe 5 cities at the most. And you're saying, okay, according to these cities, these are the searches that I'm getting. These are the pay-per-call clicks that I'm getting. And then any other observations you can make about the niche, like how easy is it to get a hold of a decision maker? Do I have to go through a lot of hoops to do it, or is more likely is it a smaller business where the decision maker will more likely just pick up the phone? These are the things that you kind of lay out first. and you make and you try to make the most intelligent decision that you possibly can moving forward. And also there has to, exact match domains and all that kind of stuff. And in no time you'll be up on page 1 within a relatively short period of time, following what I teach in the course. And you should have some calls and leads coming in, and you should at that point start to be interacting with that particular niche across 2 to 5 cities. And you'll get to know that it's a learning experience. And then once you've got that down and you've got the client and stuff, then it's time to go, okay, I'm doing this successfully in 2 to 5 cities. And then it's about leveraging, and you just leverage the technology that the World Wide Web has, and duplicating the sites out, minus the geo-targeting, and you just go out to 25, 50 cities as aggressively as you want to go at that point, because you've got 2 to 5 that are working and are paying you. No matter how little or how much they are, it doesn't matter, because now you're taking that times 25 or 50, and you just expand forward on that. Okay, so I might have digressed a little bit. However, recently I have offered an opportunity of free access to a VA for 40 hours a week. Okay, great. I don't know your situation about how you get free access to somebody for 40 hours a week, but at the end of the day, no matter where we are in the world, everyone's motivated by whatever reasons. Usually credibility, feeling important, money comes into play, but it's not the top of it on that end of it. So whatever that arrangement is there, I don't know what it is, but anyways, you may want to just get your own. You usually pay what you get for. What would you suggest would be the best utilization of that VA, and what could that VA set up? Okay, great question. Okay, so here's somebody who set up, let's just assume this is somebody who set up 2 to 5 cities, same niche, they got the exact match, top level domains, they've got clients coming in, and now they're ready to take it to the next level. And the next level is, okay, I'm going to go to 25, 50 cities and just leverage this thing out. And then the next level after that is that once you've got clients in, then you want to find other ways to get them traffic besides your site, like a video, okay, or a news feed for those of you who got Michael X's PR boot camp. That would be another thing. So your strategy at that point is, okay, I've got a paying client for the site, and the site is mine, so it's my real estate, and now I'm going to get other properties up there that may not be mine, but then I'm going to get up to page 1 so that I can dominate 2 or 3 different positions on page 1 for the major keywords, like a video, like a citation, like a PR boot camp press release, which you can backlink and get it there to stick. So there's a lot of things that the VA can do. So you just really need to kind of sit back and go, okay, what is repetitious that I could make a quick screencast video using something as simple as like Screener, which is free, to just make some quick training videos of repetitious tasks that I have to do. So you've got 2 to 5 sites up, they're successful, and now you want to expand out to the next 25 cities. You can at that point, you could at that point go, okay, I'm going to invest in somebody long term, so what's the next step?